What's up, everyone? It's Bart again, Bart's Backyard Barbecue. Today is my mother-in-law's birthday, so I have to make some really good food. I'm making two Boston pork butts. Then I'm gonna smoke some hamburgers. I'm having some people over tonight, socially distancing, of course, because we're responsible. And that's what we're gonna do tonight. Meet me back in the kitchen in a second. I'm gonna show you how we're gonna season those butts. We'll do the hamburgers a little bit later. Looking about an 8-hour cook today, so stay tuned, all right? Okay, folks, what we're gonna do now, these two beautiful butts right here. Not actually butts, this is more like the shoulder. This is a bone in, so you notice there's a scapula somewhere in here. Or at least it looks, yeah, right there. At least it looks like a scapula. I'm not 100% sure what pig anatomy is. I can tell you if that was a person, that'd be a scapula, but let's pretend this is not a person, because that's gross. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get a little bit of yellow mustard on here. I'm not a big fan of yellow mustard, but, you know, everyone seems to like it, so I'm just, it seems to be like everyone's go-to binder for pork. I'm gonna try it. I usually use olive oil, but we'll see how it works. Apparently, you're not supposed to taste it because it kind of burns off, but I don't know. So don't use too much in case you really like mustard. I'm not a big mustard fan. Careful, that bone can be a little sharp. Don't want to cut, especially with raw pork. Okay, looks good. I'm gonna cook these fat side down just because I believe that's how it should be cooked. This is a new rub I've never tried before. It's called Famous Dave's Rib Rub. I tasted it, tastes pretty darn good. So we're gonna put a good liberal coating on there. Let me just get one more glove here. Sorry, folks, technical difficulties with the gloves. Okay, so let's get a nice coating of this. This is gonna make a pretty, it looks like it'll make a pretty good bark on here. I'm kind of excited to see this. Not a whole lot, but you know, make sure you're covering pretty much every area with at least a little bit. And we'll see if I like this. I said again, this is for my mother-in-law's birthday, so it better be good. My wife and her family are all from Colombia, so that means if I screw something up, I might be looking at the other end, or the wrong end of a machete or something. I don't know. You know, they're all kind of nuts. But it's okay, they're gorgeous. All right. Fat side. And last side. Okay, so I'm gonna let these sit here about 15 minutes. And let's go get that grill started up. All right, we're back. So I've got quite a bit of charcoal in here this time. Although I'm kind of thinking about putting some more. Let's just put a little bit more. You guys can watch how I put charcoal in this thing. It's a pretty intensive process. It takes a lot of brains and a lot of know-how. If you notice, I'm just gonna take it and kind of sprinkle it around the side. Whew, it took hours of planning just to do that one step, all right? If you don't believe me, then I don't know what to tell you. Anywho, so I'm going to start this up. I've got my fire cube down in there and get that going. Give that about, this burns for about 10 minutes, so I'm going to give it about 10 minutes to start up. And then we're going to get this grill up to temp and put those Boston butts on there. I'm pretty darn excited. If you guys aren't excited, then get excited, all right? Be back. All right, guys, so if you can tell, we've got a nice good fire going there. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna set 4 big chunks of, this is pecan wood. I love pecan wood for pretty much everything. I really like mesquite, but my wife's allergic to it. So I can't use it anymore. It's kind of depressing, but it's okay, I'll live. So I always kind of put them in a There's a cross. It's a little bit everywhere. So I'm gonna put this on deflector side down instead of up. Gives you a little bit more room. I don't need any indirect heat. Start seeing smoke coming off it already. It's beautiful. All right, so let's get the grates on here. I've got a drip pan because pork is drippy. We all know that. Right. This always goes in number 3 here. I'll get it eventually, folks. Don't worry. I need to pull this up. Hold on a second. There we go. Okay, that's better. Alright, so drip pan down. Beautiful. So now we're going to get this up to temp. I'm getting this up to 250, 275 today, alright? So I'm going to take the camera off the tripod here. A little shaky, I'm sorry about that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close this to about an inch, maybe a little bit less. Okay, I'm going to open this up to about 1, a little bit less than 1. I'm going to give this about 30 minutes to start up. Once it gets up to temp, we'll be back. Alright guys, we are up to temp. Let's check this out. Ooh, yeah, look at that smoke coming off there. Beautiful pecan wood. Alright, I'm going to put these roasts on here. There's butts. Fat side down like I always do. Again, no specific reason for it. I just like to do that. I don't like them touching. Again, no specific reason for that. It's just my preferences. Alright, and it's my grill. So, ha! Alright, so I am not even going to look at this again in probably about 4 or 5 hours. Okay? So I will talk to you guys then. In the meantime, have a good one. Alrighty, I'm back. So we're at about the, let's see, about the 4.5 hour mark. It's been holding pretty steady around 250, 300, kind of going back and forth. I'm adjusting it as I go. Trying not to open it. I did just pop another piece of wood in there. I want a little bit more smoke going on, if you can see. Now I'm gonna spritz these bad boys. This is a mix that I made. It's apple juice, and apple cider vinegar. Some real apple cider vinegar. Not too much. So every hour I'm gonna be opening this up, give it a little spray, and then closing it back. All right. So I just wanted to show you what I was doing there. See you again in an hour. Alright guys, I got the camera in my hand now, so sorry if it's a little wobbly. Just wanted to show you that I did some things here. I've got this has got 4 different probes you can put in it. And let's open this. I threw some more smoke in there just because I like smoke. And so I've got one measuring the temperature of the grill, and I've got one in this first one, the thickest part, and I got one in the second one, the thickest part. So let's give this another quick spray with my apple juice and apple cider vinegar mix. And the cool thing about this temperature gauge is that it does it from Bluetooth. So I can sit on my butt and watch TV with my little girl, or do whatever I want to do. And so you see one, so it's the first, second, and the grill. So, alright guys, just wanted to show you that. Be back in a little bit, alright? Alright guys, time for the big reveal. We've been on these babies for exactly 7 hours. And, oh, look at those things. Oh boy, that looks beautiful. Look at that bark. Oh, it's so sexy. All right, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take these off. We're gonna wrap them in foil. First, we're gonna take these probes out. They're both at exactly 200 degrees, which is exactly where you'd want them. Exactly, right? I'm so funny. I shouldn't do a comedy channel next. Anyway. All right, get all these probes out. Now I'm gonna be making burgers right after this. So I'm gonna take this grill off, I'm gonna clean it down, and then I'm gonna put some burgers in here. I'm gonna smoke the burgers. So I've gotta drop this temperature. So I'm closing all the vents right now, which is kind of a pain, but you know, what do you do? Oh, hold on one sec. Okay, sorry about that, I forgot a tool. So we're gonna do this rather quickly. Oh, look at that beautiful freaking, that's gorgeous. So we're gonna take this off. We're gonna wrap it in aluminum foil. And I'll show you the one I'm gonna wrap. That way you can see what I'm doing. I'm not gonna show you both because once you do one, you'll understand. So I've got 2 pieces, one going this way, one going this way. So anytime you make any kind of meat, you want to wrap it, or you have to rest it. What that does is that if you cut into this right now, all that juice will just start pouring out and you lose all of it, okay? And then you do the press, no one will like you, and your whole night will be ruined. So, let it sit for an hour, okay? So I've got a cooler right here, as you can see. Ooh, that's hot. There's my cooler, okay? So I'm just gonna set it down in the cooler. I'm gonna do the same exact thing with this other one. I'm gonna clean this grill off a little bit, and then I'll be back in a few minutes to show you all those burgers, okay? It's gonna be a separate video, but as soon as we cut into this baby, I'll let you see that one too. Be back. All right, everyone, this is the big reveal. I've had these resting for about an hour and a half now because everyone's late. That's all right, I don't care. Let's see this beautiful pork butt. Oh, look at that bark. Oh, yeah. Now that is a beautiful pork butt. Beautiful bark. Let's taste this. Let's taste it. I gotta taste this first. Hold on. Gotta taste that beautiful smoke. I'll pull this bone right out. Look at this. Bam! Gone. All right. Let's take a look at it. Oh, look at that. Just pulled right apart. Oh, look at this. Look at this. How can you not want this? I'm gonna get a little closer, that way you guys can see it. Oh yeah, check this out. I'm gonna pull a little piece of this bark off for you so you can see that smoke ring. See that? Beautiful, perfect pork butt. A little smoke right there. All right, guys, we're gonna eat this. We're gonna destroy this, and the other one too. Please subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Remember, this is all just us having fun, right? Cooking all this beautiful pork. All these other beautiful foods we're making. In the meantime, this is Bart's Backyard Barbecue. You guys keep it real.